So the plan this morning, we got me some off-road diesel. I'm gonna go ahead and fill up the 6x6. That looked like the one thing that was low. I filled the excavator and the dozer up before I left the last job. Also got a new temperature gauge for the Cabelco. I do not know why it quit working, but I noticed towards the end of the last job, the temperature gauge quit working. That's one thing I don't want to fool around with. So we get the old 6x6 filled up, get the temperature gauge on the Cabelco, get everything fired up, and then we'll go over there and back in the woods and start excavating out of the borrow pit and hauling some dirt to the road right here. Well, I got my temperature gauge mounted. Little piece of mine, a very technical battery hold down there. Go ahead and start the old girl up, see what happens. Oh yeah. Let's see if we can't get the old 6x6 fired up and then go over there and get set up on the borrow pit. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and walk the excavator over there first, come back, get the dump truck, and see if we can't figure out what's going on. Come on. This is where we're going to dig the borrow pit up here, a little bit of high ground. And I just took one little test scoop, and it looks like it's some pretty good clay up here, so should be good for building the road. It's kind of on the back corner of his property, and I asked him, you know, where would be the best spot to just essentially leave a great big hole. And he said back here would be fine. Good news is there's a lot of debris that the previous contractor for some reason piled up in the corner of the house lot that we're going to use to backfill, and then the additional clearing he wants done. I'll probably keep the logs for the firewood, but the stumps, tops, all the undesirable stuff, we'll probably use that to also backfill the hole. So shouldn't be too bad, but I definitely assured the customer that he'll be left with some level of hole when he's done. But luckily we're back here in the country, and normally we like to dig a borrow pit versus you know, hauling in dirt, because the price would just be astronomical compared to mining the dirt right here on site. But I'm gonna go down here, grab the 6x6, get that driven up here, get all set up, and start moving some dirt. Well, I don't reckon the old 6x is the most fuel efficient thing, but better than tearing up my road truck. knocking through stump holes and all kind of stuff like that. I gotta see how I'm gonna get turned around in here. Well, I just stopped and took me a little lunch break, but gonna explain what I'm doing here. See where I've hauled several loads down here. I didn't get as much done before lunch as I would have hoped. I ended up putting a new temperature gauge in the excavator and doing a little additional maintenance, but I don't know, I guess I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 loads hauled down here this morning. So kind of what I'm gonna do is dump them right on top of each other like this. Continue to dump these loads all the way across this bottom, and kind of tie it in up over in that area, and then I'll get on the dozer and kind of just blade across the top of it, get it all laid down. Then I'll actually be able to start getting the truck up on it, kind of start building my road up that way and compacting it as I go. But yeah, that's the goal. Keep dumping it that way, and then I'll probably bring some dirt in this area too to kind of shove a lot of this drainage down the hill, and that way it's not so sprung out like that. But I'll check back in. I'm gonna haul some dirt for several more hours. I'll check back in when I hop on the dozer and start blading all this off. Well, this will probably be the last load I haul out of the bar pit today. Got a good amount of dirt hauled today. I'll go ahead and take that one down there and dump it on the far end of where I've been hauling dirt, and then I'll hop on the dozer and go ahead and buzz that off this evening. Kind of see how the road's starting to look. I figure here, he said I could dig anywhere in here, I mean the homeowner, but me personally, I'd rather go deep instead of dig a massive hole width and lengthwise. But I do believe we got plenty of stuff to backfill this with, and it ends up being some real good material to build the road with, so should work out. I'll shoot some video when I get down there to the road. Well, that'll probably be the last of the dirt I hauled today. Pretty happy with the progress. I wish could have got a little bit earlier start, but nothing else. It'll start looking like a road here shortly. I'll go park the 6x6. I'm gonna go up here and let the dozer warm up for a little bit. Then I'll set the camera up and maybe time lapse buzzing this all off. Looking good, looking good. A lot of dirt. Well, just finished getting this, all the dirt I hauled today buzzed off. Kind of roughed in. Actually, it looks pretty good. It look, it brought the grade up where it needs to be brought up here, probably about 2 feet all the way around, so looking pretty good. I'll dress up the edges later, but ain't bad. That was quite a bit of dirt. We'll go ahead and knock that pile down in the morning and then kind of start building up all this area here, kind of shove that water down where it's more you know, more uniform, not all spread out like a swamp right there. Just basically want a good drain. So I may go ahead and slam that culvert in tomorrow, and that way if I start filling this in, at least the water can start pushing through that culvert. But pretty happy with today's progress. Doesn't take long at all to, you know, hop on the dozer and buzz this off. But I tell you, my favorite piece of equipment to run, depending on the conditions, like dry conditions, nice clay, nice dry compactable clay, is definitely a dozer. A dozer make things pretty slick if you're using it in the right context. But heck yeah, get all this built up and then possibly put another lift on this road base here. Still got to excavate quite a bit of dirt out from the entrance of the main entrance to the property. So I told the customer I want to go ahead and get the road basically where I want it with the borrow pit, and then everything we get out of the entrance will be a bonus. So that's that. Go ahead and load up and be back at it again in the morning.